Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Carolinas Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admission Officers Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us. We are really excited you are here. My name is Catherine, and I will be your facilitator for this session. Before we get started, we do have a few housekeeping items to note. First, your camera and microphone are off. You are muted and your video is off. The panelists can't see or hear you. If you have any questions at all, feel free to type in your questions to the presenters at any time. They are here, ready and available to answer your questions. This is one of many college presentations being offered, so feel free to check the schedule on the website for more. And lastly, all sessions are being recorded, including this one, and will be available at strivescan.com/Carolinas. We are currently in session A1, where my mouse is circling at the moment, and this is the same order of presentations. So without further ado, I'll get out of the way, and we're going to kick it off to our very first representative from the University of Tampa.
Hi, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great night, or depending on what time it is, maybe afternoon. Let me get my screen shared with you. All right, so I am one of the transfer counselor, or I specifically work with transfer counselors or transfer students coming to the University of Tampa. So we are a very transfer friendly school, but overall we also love our incoming freshmen. So either way, if you plan on transferring in the future or going to a four-year university, University of Tampa could be an option for you. We are located in downtown Tampa. And this is in Tampa Bay, so this makes up St. Petersburg and Clearwater as well. In general, we are located in that metropolitan area, which our students love to have access to. It's about a 5-minute walk from campus. And we do have the downtown landscape as part of the view from campus. So that's also a cool thing for our students. If you have any questions after the presentation today, you can email any questions to admissions@ut.edu. And then they will make sure that you get sent to the correct counselor that can assist you with any questions through the admissions process. Here's an aerial view of the university. Right on the other side, you can see the Hillsborough River that also lines the downtown. So we're super close to the downtown area. Our campus itself is pretty small. It only takes about 10 minutes to get from one side of campus to the other. So it's very accessible, and we don't have any major roads running through campus. So you can still find that quiet study space on campus, as well as having access to the metropolitan area. We are a medium-sized university. So we currently have just under 10,000 students, including graduate studies. And we are a private liberal arts university. So our tuition is going to be the same if you're coming from in the state of Florida or out of the state of Florida. We are independent, so we do not have any political or religious affiliation. We do celebrate diversity. So we have about 10% of our student body coming internationally, representing over 130 countries. About 20% of our students come from in the state of Florida, and then 70% from the rest of the US. So there's a lot of diversity with our student body overall. We are part of the Sunshine State Conference in the Division II series. So if you are interested in playing, we do offer that at UT, and you can fill out a recruitment form right on our website. So yeah, we are also offering on-campus visits. So feel free to sign up online, or you can do a virtual visit as well. Our average class size is 22 students, and that class size will actually grow smaller and smaller as you get further into your program, with our faculty to student ratio being 1:17. So you are going to get to know your professors very well, and they're going to be a huge support for you when it comes to being there for office hours, making sure that they're helping you achieve your goals in the field. So that means being there for internship references and job references once you've graduated. We offer over 200 areas of study. So there's a lot of room for growth at UT if you are coming in undecided. And we also do have about 90% of our faculty have their PhD or terminal degree. So you'll be working with professors that have reached the top level of education in their field, and now they're working with you at UT. We don't utilize TAs at UT, so you'll always be learning from a professor and never another student. Last year, we were ranked best college campus in UT. So like I said, definitely would love to have you on campus if you have the chance to stop by. A little bit more about UT and what we offer program-wise. Some of the more popular programs, we do have one of the top nursing programs in Florida with a mock hospital on campus. So our students get to work with simulated mannequins so they can get that hands-on experience before they enter the field. We also have an entrepreneurship center and a financial trading center. So these different centers allow our students to really practice those hands-on learning before they're in the field and working in their career. We are big for marine biology because we're located on the Tampa Bay. So our students are able to go out onto the bay on our boats and collect samples and come back to the wet labs and really learn what they want to study about the ocean. We also are big into design. So we have a fabrication lab located on campus. Our students love having access to this because they're able to utilize it anytime they need to for projects and whatever they're creatively thinking about. We do offer over 250 student organizations to be involved with. So there's many ways to meet new people on campus, and these are always evolving and growing. We do have active Greek life, so you are welcome to participate in that if you're interested. We definitely offer that, but it's not a huge part of the university, so it doesn't feel strange if you're not interested in being part of that as well. We also offer study abroad opportunities, so that's something that I always encourage students to get involved with if they're interested. We offer traditional study abroad, so you can go for a year or semester long. We also offer travel courses and a semester at sea. These are the application deadlines that the university offers. We do have 2 early action deadlines, and the first one is coming up in just under a month, the early action one. When you apply to one of these early action deadlines, they're non-binding, so you're not required to attend if you apply during one of those periods. It's just that it gives you the chance to get that opportunity a little bit earlier. These are the required materials, and then you can find these on our website as well. And there's the end of the contact information. Thank you so much for learning more about the University of Tampa. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.
Awesome, thank you. The next representative is from our Academy of Cincinnati.
Thank you guys. Thank you for joining. So my name's Amanda. I'm with the Art Academy of Cincinnati. I'm going to talk to you about any students interested in transferring. I was actually a professor for a while at a lot of 2-year institutions. And that's why I work specifically with transfer students that are thinking about coming to the Art Academy. So the Art Academy is an independent college of art and design. We are accredited and we are a 4-year college. We do have 1 associate degree as well. So during this presentation, I'm going to talk to you about our majors and minors, careers in the arts, and then also what the transfer process looks like should you choose to come to the Art Academy. So the Art Academy is known as being interdisciplinary. What that means is you can study in one area, but then also move outside to explore other areas as well. We really want students to be well-rounded creatives when they leave the Art Academy. So for us, it's really important that not only you focus on your major, but then you also try out other things. So a lot of our students might leave with 1 major and several minors. 2/3 of your time at the Art Academy is studio art space. So those are the classes where you are making and doing. 1/3 of your class time is liberal arts space. Some examples of our liberal arts though are things such as history of graffiti, history of tattoo art. All of our liberal arts are geared towards, once again, helping you become a well-rounded creative and then enhancing what you're learning inside of your studio arts classes. You're going to learn from a tight-knit group of faculty. Our student-faculty ratio is 9-to-1. So you'll really get to know them on a first-name basis, and then they become your strongest advocates for life after art and design school. Your junior and senior year at the Art Academy, you are guaranteed a studio space. So a lot of students transferring into the Art Academy tend to transfer in their junior year after completing 2 years, say at a community college or maybe another school. These spaces are for you to do and make as you please. You share them with 3 to 4 people, but should you transfer into the Art Academy, maybe after your first year or part of your second year, if there is space available, it is on a first come, first serve, depending on your current GPA. Our campus is open 24/7, so whenever the mood strikes to create, you can come inside of the campus and utilize our facilities. One big point of difference at the Art Academy is that regardless of your major, you have access to all of the facilities while you are here. So regardless if you take, if you're a photo major or you're a printmaking major, you can still utilize those facilities if you take an introductory class. That goes back to the philosophy of you leaving the Art Academy as a well-rounded creative. We are an urban campus. We're located downtown Cincinnati in a neighborhood called Over the Rhine. Over the Rhine is surrounded by coffee shops, restaurants, concert venues, Fortune 500 companies, art galleries, museums, which gives you a lot of access to places to intern, but also a really vibrant community to call home. For professional development for life after you leave the Art Academy of Cincinnati, students take a class called Going Big. In that class, you will learn about interning, figure out what it is you want to do while you intern. You also will talk about building a resume, building a portfolio for life after art and design school. You also take something called a professional pathway. Those pathways are so you meet people in the industry, and a lot of them are our alumni, to decide what it is that you might want to do after you graduate. We also have a study abroad program, and we offer scholarships for that program as well. Our process for transfer students is an application. It is a free application. We believe in equity for all students and that an application fee shouldn't hinder you from applying to college. You can apply on Common App or you can apply on our website. We do require a portfolio of 8 to 10 pieces of your best work and then final transcripts. Once we have all those materials, then we'll be able to evaluate based for your acceptance and scholarships. Once we have all those transcripts as well, we do what's known as a transfer credit evaluation. The Art Academy is very generous with transfer credits. We believe your time that you spent at another institution is very important and should be rewarded. So we will take up to 90 transfer credits. Should you go to a 2-year college, there are several colleges that we have what's known as an articulation agreement. What that means is you can start in your first 2 years there and then automatically transfer into the Art Academy as a junior. This is an example of one student that transferred from the University of Cincinnati over to the Art Academy their junior year, and then some of the work that they created while they were at the Art Academy. I also want to highlight that we are the only art and design college so far in the country to offer what's known as a tuition promise. What that means is the tuition will remain the same your entire time that you are at the Art Academy. So you have a good understanding of what your financial commitment is should you enroll. And then if you'd like more information about our application process or about the school itself, you can scan that QR code and then I will drop my information in the chat. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. So much great information. Just a friendly reminder that if you have any questions at all, to feel free to submit those using the Q&A button towards the bottom of your screen. Any questions at all, our representatives are here and available to assist. The next representative is from Drexel University.
Hi, everyone. My name is Allie Warwick. I am a transfer admissions counselor here at Drexel University. We are a Tier 1 research institution located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We're really excited to have the opportunity to speak with you all today, as we're definitely expanding our recruitment down into the Carolinas and the Southeastern United States. So a little bit about our institution. You can find some of our specs here. You can see here that we are about a mid-sized institution with about 14,000 undergraduate students. We have students from nearly all 50 states and over 100 different countries on our campus. And when you're walking around our campus, you can definitely feel that very diverse very unique student body population, especially being in the 6th largest city in the United States. There's, students, faculty, staff, everyone coming from all over. And we're really, really excited about all that we can offer, since one of the best ways to learn is from people that are different from you and have different experiences and backgrounds. We also have over 80 undergraduate majors for students to choose from. And one of my favorite things about Drexel University is that we don't put students in a box, really. If you're an engineering major, for example, that doesn't mean that you can't minor in something in a different college. For example, our Westfall College of Media Art and Design or entrepreneurship, anything like that. So we really want to encourage our students to expand on their interests and really make the most out of their academic experience here at Drexel. You'll also see that despite being a mid-sized institution with just about 15,000 students on our campus, we do maintain a student to faculty ratio of about 10-1 with a median class size of 19 students. So we're really valuing that small classroom environment as much as possible. It's also worth noting that we have a really high functioning co-op program that is super foundational to the education that all of our Drexel students are receiving, which means that essentially only half of that population of students is on campus at a time. So even though we have all the resources and amenities of a large institution, we have a bit more of a feel of a small campus. And then you can see here all of the different academic colleges that we offer at Drexel University. We have a lot. So unfortunately, I don't have time to speak about every single one of them, but we do have a very, very strong Westfall College of Media Art and Design. So anybody interested in, the visual arts, performing arts, anything like that, we have really fantastic programs. Specifically, fashion design has consistently been ranked in the top 5 in the United States. In the top 100 in the world. So we're really, really pumped about that. We also have fantastic nursing programs, including an accelerated career entry program. So if there's any transfer students who may be finishing up a bachelor's degree in the next couple of years, and you're not really sure if what you're studying now is the right thing for you, and that you want to go into nursing at some point, but that's not the degree that you'll be getting for your bachelor's, we have an accelerated 11-month program for students to enter that career pretty quickly. And we have, quite a few different majors, and all of those can be found on our website, and of course, beyond. So I mentioned this co-op program. This is pretty much required for all students to complete at least one co-op by the time they graduate. This is going to be a full-time work experience for 6 months at a time. This is not an internship. This is an actual job that counts towards your degree. You're earning credit for it. And additionally, a lot of students are getting paid for their work that they're doing here on their co-ops. Most of our co-ops are local to the Philadelphia area, but we have had students go to Silicon Valley, go down into Austin, Texas, to New York City, to Charlotte, one of the booming business capitals of the United States in the past several years. But for the most part, most students are staying here in Philly. Since there's so many opportunities for our students to get engaged here, we have a lot of fantastic employer relations as well here in the city and the greater Philadelphia area. You can see there's some examples of co-ops that our students have done in the past. They're working for major companies, and again, it's a full-time work experience. You are working 40 hours a week or whatever is more appropriate for the field in which you are entering. But your students are not enrolled in classes during this time. They are fully immersing themselves in this work experience. So that being said, this is a really fantastic opportunity for anybody who is interested in an experiential learning model. We also have the ability for transfer students even to complete 2 co-ops by the time they graduate. So it's, again, if you're more of an experiential learner, more of a hands-on learner, somebody who wants to collaborate with other people in the field and then, in other disciplines, this is going to be a great option for you. So a little bit about our campus. As mentioned, we are in West Philadelphia. So it's, again, the 6th largest city in the United States, but we have a really unique campus feel in that we're a little bit, we have the feeling of being siloed off away from Center City, but Center City, Philadelphia is truly in our backyard. Additionally, 30th Street Station, which is going to be a massive, kind of like a Union Station, I guess, like you would compare to New York City. you can get pretty much anywhere on the East Coast. So if anybody's looking for travel opportunities, maybe take a day trip up to New York or Boston or up to DC or anything like that, that's truly a 10-minute walk away from the center of our campus. We have a lot of organizations and clubs for students to get involved in, all of which are open to transfer students to really help make that sense of belonging a piece of that college experience early on. One of my personal favorite things about Drexel is our food truck alley. So if you like food trucks and if you're a big foodie, that's a mainstay on our campus here. Also, here is my contact information. I do work specifically with transfer students looking to enroll at Drexel. So please feel free to reach out anytime. I'm more than happy to help with matriculating to Drexel University. Go Dragons.
We really appreciate it. Thank you. The next representative is from Penn State University.
All right. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to share my screen. Give me 1 second. Awesome. Well, now it's going backwards. Here we go. All right. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here. My name is Jordan Garrigan. I am the representative for the North Carolina area and South Carolina area. So I'm really excited that I am here with you all today. But we're going to talk a little bit about Penn State's high quality academics, the vibrant student life, and then unique opportunities available for transfer students on our campus. So Penn State is a top-ranked world-class university. We were recently ranked in the top 50th out of 18,000 institutions globally. So we're really proud of that. And many of our academic programs are nationally ranked. So we really strive for that high motivation, highly driven, and very, very motivated student atmosphere. Our transfer graduation rate is about 62%, which is a little bit above the national average. So we definitely support our transfer students in moving from a different school or a different campus to Penn State specifically. There's lots of resources for those students on campus and as well as off campus. If you're interested in doing research, we are a Research 1 institution. So we do allow you to do research as early as your first year. So when you transfer to Penn State, if you want to get involved in research, you can absolutely do that. We allot over $1 billion in undergraduate research alone. So there's plenty of opportunities for students to jump in and get really excited about doing some research on campus. About 14% of our student population is transfer students. So we do have a bunch of transfer students that will come from different institutions. Our campus system is unique where we do offer transition programs. So we have something called the 2+2 plan, which allows students to transition to different campuses in our system. About 3,800 transfer students came to Penn State in 2020. So we did have a significant amount of transfer students this past pandemic year. Ooh. 1 in 106 Americans in the Americans are Penn State graduates. So we have tons of people out there. Our alumni network is over 700,000. So we have one of the largest alumni networks. And this is pretty incredible when it comes to opportunities in careers, internships, co-ops. Penn State was recently ranked number 5, tied with MIT, on preparing our students for graduation, preparing our students for careers, preparing our students for leadership opportunities. And again, it's a really, really incredible opportunity, and these services are available for transfer students as well. We do have 300 study abroad programs. So you can do embedded programs, you can do cultural experiences. It's kind of up to you what you prefer to do. I would definitely recommend reaching out to your global programs advisor and seeing what options are available. And then, as always, we have lots of different organizations on campus available for students and some offices that are able to help transfer students get involved and get acclimated to campus because it can be pretty daunting to come to a new campus, but our organizations are open to anybody. So if you are a transfer student, here are the things that we are looking for from you. We are looking for a high school diploma. So we will need to verify that you graduated high school. We are going to be looking at a transcript from the college or university that you attended. So whatever college or university you attended, please send us those official transcripts over to our office. And then if you have 18 college credits post high school, so this does not include any dual enrollment classes or AP classes that you took in high school. Tons of different opportunities and lots of different academic colleges. So there's plenty out there. If you don't see any here, it may be something specific that you're looking for, but I would definitely start general and then bring yourself to narrow down your major towards the end of it. Keep in mind that not all majors are open for transfer students. So some of our academic colleges like the Smeal College of Business, the College of Engineering, and then the College of Information Science and Technology, they do not offer a lot of opportunities for our transfer students because those students are taking very specific courses in their first 2 years. So I do have a transfer eligibility website that I will recommend that you go to before you apply to Penn State, just to make sure that you are able and eligible for those options. So how do you apply? Create a My Penn State profile. So you'll go into your, just apply Penn State, you'll create a My Penn State profile, indicate you're a transfer student, you'll submit your online application. So those coexist together. You'll submit that online application, however it's easiest for you. And then you'll send us the supplemental information. So those official college transcripts, that is definitely what we need. We do not require SAT or ACT scores. And then we do not require official high school transcripts. However, we do need to verify that you graduated. So a diploma or any type of verification that you graduated. So basically you'll send that stuff after you get accepted and enroll at Penn State. Penn State offer of admission will include a transfer credit evaluation. So your transfer credit evaluation will come with your decision letter. If you want to see how your credits might transfer, you can check out our transfer credit tool. You can just Google transfer credit tool Penn State and it is available there. But if you do have any questions, please check preapproval@psu.edu. They are more than happy to help you. And again, if you have any questions, please send us an email. Thank you so much for having me. And I'm going to put the transfer eligibility in the chat box as well as my information. Thank you all.
Very helpful, thank you. Before we hear from our next two representatives, just another friendly reminder that if you have any questions at all, to feel free to submit those using the Q&A button. Any questions at all about the college application process, or even if you have a specific question for any of our schools represented here, feel free to also include those questions and to include the school name as well. The next representative is from Champlain College. You're on mute.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Catherine. I appreciate it. So hi, everyone. My name is Leah Miller. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm the Assistant Director of Undergrad Admissions at Champlain College. I work with transfer students, and I'm happy to tell you a little bit more about Champlain College, that culture, the academic life, student life, and then how to apply. And you may hear my dog in the background. He's very excited that everyone is here. So Champlain College, we're located in Burlington, Vermont. We're a small little school, as you can see. We have about 2,100 undergraduates. So what that means for you is your class sizes are going to be about 12 to 17 students. So if you like personalized attention, hands-on learning, this could be the right place for you to transfer to. We are well known in the Northeast, New England area, but we have students from all up and down the East Coast, as well as the Midwest and California, Alaska, Hawaii. So we are well known all across the country and then all across the world as well. We do have students from over 18 countries. And if you come to our dining hall, you'll have the chance to see all the flags that represent the different countries where our students are from. So we do education in 3D. So there's three major components to your academic model here. One is your major. As a transfer student, we ask you to select a first choice and a second choice major on the application. So that way we can, one, get you into the program that you're excited about. And two, when we do that credit evaluation, it's very personalized based on the curriculum for that major and the classes that you have left to take after transferring in as many as possible from your prior coursework. The second piece of your curriculum here at Champlain is your core classes. They're kind of like general electives, but they're a little bit more interdisciplinary than that. And the third piece is your career component. All of our students at Champlain have a career coach that helps you on two different tracks with personal finance as well as career preparation. So at Champlain, we have an upside down curriculum, which means you are getting those classes in your major from day one. So as a transfer student, we want you to, whether it's get that class experience, whether it's in the same major that you were previously studying or a whole new program. We really want to make sure that your resume is filled with experience and you're sure of what you want to do. Getting that experience helps you get your job and internships right away. At Champlain, we have 4 different divisions. We have the Stellar School of Business. We have the Communication and Creative Media Division, Education and Human Studies, and Information and Technology Sciences. You can actually see right on our website the list of all the different majors, minors, specializations, concentrations, as well as the curriculum and classes for all of those. So definitely check it out if you're kind of wondering too what classes might transfer to that degree. An increasingly popular program with our transfer students is Degree Design Lab, which this allows you to design your own major based on 2 or 3 different pathways. You have a faculty mentor who will help you build your own curriculum and identify different internships and jobs that combine those 2 pathways, whether they're very similar, like cybersecurity and data science, or they're maybe very different, like education and visual arts, or education, applied sustainability, and visual arts. We've had students do it all, and this path is very transfer friendly. So if you're interested in this, definitely check that out. At Champlain, we have that core curriculum. So a lot of those general elective classes you have might transfer over to the core curriculum. They are like those, but they're more interdisciplinary. Our students are building those critical reading, writing, and thinking skills, but through subjects that they're excited about. So we've had a reading, writing, and game class, a reading, writing, and art history class. So you really get to choose the subjects that you're excited about and how you're going to develop these skills and apply them to your life in and out of the classroom. The third piece is that Insight program. So our students have career positioning activities and personal finance activities hosted by their career coach every semester. Each of those 4 divisions plus our game studio at Champlain all have a very specific career coach. Some of the most competitive programs and niche programs that we're known for at Champlain are our game studio, so game design, game sound, game art, game programming, and also other things like cybersecurity, digital forensics, filmmaking, and then our psychology and business administration program are very, very popular. We have a lot of students here, and then they get jobs right out of college with the help of their career coach, the internships they're doing, as well as other activities. 85% of our students do at least 1 or more internship, whether that's on campus, off campus, or even internationally. At Champlain, we do have 2 different study abroad campuses, so it's very easy to go abroad, whether you're a first year or a transfer student. All of our students live in renovated mansions that you can actually call home. They line the streets of our campus here in Burlington, Vermont. And our campus we have a few commuter students, but a lot of our students live here in our Victorian mansions, our gender fluid housing, or apartment style living. There's a lot of different activities and sports to have on campus. We do have club and intramural sports, and it's very easy to start a new club. Some of our most popular clubs are the dance team, ski and ride, rugby. We have a men's team and a women's team. We have the Champlayers, which is our theater group, and a couple a cappella clubs. Our newest clubs are knitting and boxing. So there's really a little bit of everything for students to do here on campus and right in Burlington if you haven't had the chance to visit yet. Definitely make sure you stop by and see us for some of our events, whether they're virtual or in person. We want to make sure we can get you to campus and help you through that application process. Thanks, everyone.
Awesome, thank you. Our last representative, but certainly not least, is from Ohio University.
Hi guys, I'm Angie Lyons. I am your regional rep for Ohio University. I'm about to share my screen. Thank you for that. Screen share. 1 second, sorry, here we go. Ohio University, let's start with an aerial view of our campus. that's an area view of the campus, but let's talk about once you're there as a transfer student. We offer 250 academic programs. Our class sizes are intentionally small. We want you to get to know your professor. So we keep it about 27 students on the average size. 83% of our courses are taught by faculty and university administrators. So you're getting opportunity to be with people who know their areas of study in their field. There's a lot to do at Ohio University. We have 600 different active student clubs. We have Division I sports. We have clubs and intramural sports. So if there's something you want to do, and that includes the arts, we have a robust arts program. So if you're interested in arts, you can continue that love and passion at Ohio University. All events that are hosted on our campus are free to students, so there's no out-of-pocket costs to that. To transfer to Ohio University is really simple. We do the holistic review of your application. You need a GPA of a 2.0. If you are, you have 9 semester credit hours or 12 quarter hours, you're considered a transfer student. So that means you can apply on a Common App or online. There is a $50 application fee, but this week is National Transfer Week. So if you use that fee waiver code that's listed on the slide, which is Ohio NTW, we'll waive your application fee with no problem. If you have less than 20 semester hours, you will have to show your high school transcript in addition to your official college transcript. And that's only if you do not have 20 hours or more. We all know that going to college is transformational, of course, but one of the main reasons that you are going is because you want to get a job. And at Ohio University, 93% of our graduates at the first year are employed. And here's a quick example of a few of the places where they had internships as well as employment after Ohio University. So we understand that once you leave our community, you want to work if you do not go and get a graduate degree. So that's what we're going to do to help you at our Career and Learning Development Center on day one as a transfer student. I can tell you this place is great, but let's hear from our students who transferred.
I decided to transfer to Ohio University because my former institution was not the right fit, and I remembered visiting Ohio, and I remember just stepping on campus and feeling like I was home. Everyone was so friendly through every step of the process, and it felt like it was going to be the perfect fit.
I started at a community college by me, and so I completed my associate's degree there, and I knew I wanted to get a bachelor's degree, and Ohio University was the perfect choice for that.
Ohio University is awesome in the way that they accept transfer credits from other colleges, advanced placement courses, so easily that the transition was just so smooth, and moving my credits from one entity to another, it's really easy here.
The partner school made it really easy for my classes to transfer here, so I was able to get credit for those classes. I am going to graduate in 4 years.
I called our admissions office and I just asked them, and I said, okay, I want to transfer. I'm still a freshman. I don't really know what to do. And they walked me through the whole thing.
I was on the transfer floor in one of the residence halls, as well as in a transfer-specific learning community. So we relied a lot on each other because we were all going through that same transitional process.
I got to really connect with other transfer students like me in my hall and in my class.
Living on campus, you just get to experience so much more, and I think it's a lot easier to make connections with other students and make those friendships that are going to last you your whole life.
Everyone is always looking for friends, so no one's going to shut you down.
I think it was one of the best decisions I've ever made.
And I hope that it's one of your best decisions that you make if you transfer to Ohio University. I do want you guys to look at the deadline. It is a June 15th for transfer students. However, if you want scholarships, you need to apply and be admitted by May 15th. So please be aware of that. So if you get in by May 15th, you'll be ready for the fall with scholarship opportunity. Transferring your credits are pretty simple. Anything with a C- or better, we most definitely will give you credit for that. And we use Transferology as a way, an online tool to looking at your courses and everything. And of course, if you've done any armed forces credit, we will give you credit for that. We are a military-friendly school and have been for the last 10 years. So thank you so much for your opportunity. I was to talk to you about Ohio University. And I'm Angie Lyons again with Ohio University. Take care.
Thank you. And we appreciate all our representatives and all the great information shared. Thank you for your time. we do have some time left. And so at this point, we're now going to pivot now into our Q&A portion of this session. I invite all our representatives at this time to go ahead and turn on their cameras to get ready to unmute themselves. And our first question here is, what advice would you give someone going through the transfer process? What advice would you give someone going through the transfer process? And we'll go ahead and get started in the same order in which you all presented in. And we'll go ahead and start with our Academy of Cincinnati.
Okay, so my best piece of advice is really to go through the process. I think a lot of students are intimidated about transferring and they don't know entirely what credits are going to transfer over. And so I'm sure all of our colleges do it very similar, where you will have a transfer credit evaluation and they will look at your credits and then let you know what transfers over. But my other piece of advice with that is have a conversation. Maybe some classes didn't transfer over that you thought would. So be open and communicative with your admissions counselor to find out why. And maybe there's some room for those credits to still transfer over. So have an open and honest dialogue with your admissions counselor.
Awesome. My piece of advice, I would absolutely echo everything that Amanda just said. I would definitely encourage students considering transferring. Even if you're kind of only set on a couple of different schools, make sure you're keeping all of your information organized. For the most part, we're all going to need transcripts, so be prepared to send those. And if you're in the middle of a term right now, then be prepared to send those final grades when that semester or term is completed. And then beyond that, just make sure that you're keeping all of your deadlines organized, all of the other information you need, essays, letters of recommendation if they're required, anything like that. Since, as we know, all different schools have very different admissions processes, even though at the base, at the foundation, they're all somewhat similar in what we need.
And I guess my best piece of advice, and this is a piece of advice for life as well, is ask questions. There's people that are here to help. So definitely reach out to us. Even if we're transfer counselors in general, like, we're here to help. So feel free, send us emails, send our general emails. We're happy to help any way that we can.
Okay, I'll go next. So let's be honest about why you transfer. So my advice, oh, I'm sorry, Leah, I did jump ahead of you. I'm sorry. Can I finish or you want me to go ahead? Okay, so let's be honest about the reason that you transferred. For this process, let's build a list that's real about what you really want, because you're already there for whatever reason transferring. So just make a realistic list about what you want from your next institution. That's my advice.
And again, just very much summarizing and echoing what everyone has said. As a transfer student, you've kind of been through this once before, and so you might know a little bit better of what you're looking for in terms of school size, community. So make sure you ask questions, and they could be for us, or we can connect you with people like students, staff, faculty that have the answers to your questions that might be very specific. Don't worry, you're not alone. Other people are asking these types of questions too. So don't be afraid to reach out. That's why we're here for you, to make it easier the second time around.
Awesome. And what a great advice. I absolutely love that question because there's so much you can learn from those who've done it before or those who are helping other students go through it as well. So again, thank you so much to our representatives. We appreciate you all being here. We appreciate your time. And thank you to each of you for joining us. We have now reached the conclusion of this session. As we close, there'll be a very quick 5-question survey that will appear on your browser. If you don't mind taking a moment to fill that out for us, your feedback is extremely helpful. And this is one of many college presentations being offered. So feel free to check the schedule on the website for more. And lastly, this session is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Carolinas. Thank you all and have a great night.